is my great pleasure to introduce you to our very important and special guest, Professor Hava Serap from Athens University, Turkey, and Associate Professor Miriam Petrucci. They are pathologists. They are specialists in different fields of pathology, and they are here today to share with you their knowledge, their experience, their expertise, and so they are both pathologists, but I would like to highlight the fact that not only pathology is the unifying word, but also Erasmus. Also Erasmus because one of our residents spent 5 months in Athens University, Antalya, and in this way she met Professor Hava Serap. And also Miriam Petrucci, Dr. Miriam Petrucci is coming by an Erasmus scholarship. So Erasmus is very, very important. I would like to ask Professor Cotoi to introduce our guest.
Hello, good morning to everyone. It's a great pleasure to be here, some such extraordinary professor. I'm very glad to see you here in a great number. For today, the first presentation is from Professor Hava Serap from Antalya University, and she spoke about placental pathology and the perinatal pathology. Professor Serap, please.
Today I will talk about also my journey with placenta, and I will talk about an orphan organ. Unfortunately, I call it orphan because many people don't know, or many clinicians don't care about it. After something medical legal problems, they remember, oh, we had a placenta. Like this baby, I'm asking the clinicians, the gynecologists, will you throw my placenta? No, please, I need it. Because we have information about the pregnancy. We call it the black box of pregnancy period. Like a flight. If you think about a flight, about the pregnancy, it will have all the data. Metabolic data, genomic data, and immunologic data, and the perfusion and nutrition of the baby. And also we have some clues about the recurrence risk. Some pathologies have recurrence risk, and we can have the clues from the placenta also. And some, not only the maternal diseases, but also the fetal diseases. We have some clues. Maybe we don't have the fetal material, but if we have the placental material, we can have some options to diagnose the fetal material. And also we need some early findings that is related to fetal growth restriction. And also I know in all over the world, one of the most important malpractice field is gynecology. And the placenta gives many findings about the chronicity, and there are really good data about the medical legal issues. And also, of course, we are all scientists, another field is research. But not only for infantile outcome, but also the maternal outcome. Also, another point for this issue is for researchers, we have a new area. I encourage the young scientists, come with me with the placenta. Of course, we have current challenges. That's why I called orphan organ. Many people don't work on placenta. I can say that Turkey is really crowded. There are lots of pathologists, but there are few people are interested in placenta. And this is why in all over the world there is a sampling problem, because we are sampling the placenta differently. And the Amsterdam working group, the people who are experts in all over the world, in Europe, United States, and also from the Middle East, they made a group. They made a workshop in Amsterdam in 2015 to make a standard for placental sampling, and we want to omit the differences between the countries, between the centers, and between the pathologists, because it has a big value on the outcome of pregnancy. They agreed on an evaluation and they talk about it. How should be the criteria should be? First point, everyone can apply it in their own routine period, in their own routine, because it should be applied by the general pathologist also. The experts cannot include all placentas, but the sampling standardization makes it really easy, and it should be suitable for studies and research. The Amsterdam workshop consensus statement was done in 2015, and you can find the report published in 2016. At the end, they said that we need a uniform sampling, we need common definitions of placental lesions, pathologic terminologies should be standardized, and diagnostic criteria represent a critical and need systematic approach. Not only morphology, but also need the clinicians. And it should be suitable for worldwide implementation. It's proposed that Amsterdam consensus protocols and definitions can be applied by general practice pathologists and improve the value of placental pathology, but also in the perinatal autopsy reports. We usually have in our institution placenta and fetal autopsy together. I usually say my perinatologist, it's a team. Please, I want it together. Don't throw my placenta. Of course, we have challenged. The Amsterdam group also said it. Although it has the investigation of adverse pregnancy outcomes, the sampling and definition is different between the laboratories. Also, probably it's different between your colleague. You are explaining, describing it different from your colleague. But there should be gross descriptors, sampling specifications, pathology terminologies, and diagnostic criteria that what they work on. Systematic approach and suitable for worldwide implementation, the final report. And first of all, before the criteria, which placentas should be sent? There are two groups. I prefer the Royal College of Pathologists, but you can find in this publication the College of American Pathologists. I like to finish everything easily and quickly because of my routine, and that's why. And maybe I work with Marta Cohen in Sheffield, in UK. She's also this group. They refer a really easy examination for the clinicians. If there is a stillbirth, it doesn't matter if it's antepartum or intrapartum. If there is a late miscarriage, a severe fetal distress requiring admission to neonatal unit, or prematurity, if it's under 30 weeks, or fetal growth restriction, fetal hygrowth, and maternal pyrexia is the essential. If there's something like this, the placenta should be sent to the pathology department. There are some desirable ones, but I prefer all this list also essential in my institution. Prematurity under between 30 and 36 weeks. Placental abruption, because we are really interesting findings. We have really interesting findings of placentas and rhesus morbidity after placenta, and maybe we talked yesterday with Mariam. Multiple pregnancies are pathologic, not physiologic. That's why we have to get the multiple pregnancies, placentas to the department. And shape is really important. 2 vessels of cord, it may be detected in the prenatal period, gestational diabetes, and some metabolic diseases of mother. This isn't written here, but I added by myself in my institution. And also the infectious B streptococcus is really important. Preeclampsia, I think it's must, I guess. For research is also, preeclampsia is really important. Coagulopathy and substance abuse. I don't know if you have such a problem, but in Turkey, especially in Antalya, there is a rising problem in substance abuse in my country, unfortunately. And unfortunately, we have lots of babies like this, and we have lots of pregnancy problems. And I have some cases. Probably, I will submit it publication for in the future, but I'm collecting still. And there are some not indicated, but and it's unlikely to provide useful information. They say cholestasis of pregnancy, pruritus of pregnancy, HIV, hepatitis, other maternal diseases with normal outcome, placenta previa, postpartum hemorrhage, polyhydramnios, normal pregnancy is not indicated. They can be sent to the tissue based. But also you can have a policy in your institution differently. I saw it in Japan. Dr. Ohayama is one of the, I think, most important perinatologists in the world, I guess, because she has lots of sites. She knows histology of pathology, the placenta. She knows the physiology of placenta, and she knows how to make the gross examination in the delivery room. I learned from her. She did all the, because she can see the umbilical cord, and she can measure it, and the disc, and the appearance of the fresh appearance of the placenta. If you have a team in the delivery room, it's great. They will explain everything for you. But if it isn't, you have to make a team, and you have to educate your residents and your specialists on this field, and you have to do all gross examination in your department. And you have to prepare a guideline. And standards is really easy, makes everything easy in your department. In placenta, we have standards. And if a resident comes, first it takes the grossing with me, and then I watch how they are doing, and they have a template, and they do it like that.